today's video, I think I'll just do kind of like a day in the life thing where I'll walk you through kind of what it's like when I'm working at home. So today's plan is I do have some things that I do need to catch up on and just really finalize before I go out on maternity leave this weekend. So today I have a meeting with a client, Dobel, Tequila. I have a meeting with them because they are planning 2 events for tennis matches, like the US Open they collaborated with. So they have 2 more matches, one in Miami and one in Palm Springs that they want maybe a live calligrapher to go to. I have a meeting at 10:30. And then I did take on one last project, which is the Rare Beauty mascara engraving project. Truly, I don't know why I do this to myself, because mentally I've already been kind of on break or like preparing for break for so long that I just want to be on break. But when you see awesome brands like Rare Beauty or whatever that you like really want to work with, it's really hard for me to say no. So I have to really get into my head that this is my last one, because I can't technically make income during maternity leave / disability. Otherwise it like affects the disability status. So I need to not take on any more projects and really be okay with giving up those opportunities so that I can really bond with the baby and the family and really establish a new routine when the baby is here. So what else do I have to do today? Oh, I have to run payroll today. So I have a client meeting, I have the Rare Beauty project, and then I have to run payroll today. And then we have our team meeting later on today to kind of just really finalize everything. Honestly, things are going really well already. So yeah, and then obviously we're in nesting mode right now. We've got like the bassinet and the car seat and things kind of put together. The nursery is pretty much done. We got some clothes from a friend who gave birth about 3 months before we are. So they literally gave us their whole closet of newborn clothes, and we found out the gender. So I will play the video for you so that you know as well. All right, from there, I'm just gonna eat breakfast and then I'll see you guys in the office. I actually just got off of a call with Dobel Tequila, which is one of my really amazing clients that I met last year when I went to New York for a Ferrari event, because they are also the official Ferrari sponsors. They are also the official like US Open tennis match sponsors as well. So they're planning some really cool events. There's 2 of them happening in March that I just got in contact for, and that was what the call was about today. It did go by a lot faster than I anticipated, and I did not record it because it just went by so fast. So in short, there's 2 events happening right now that they would need some kind of activation for. One of them is in Palm Springs for the Desert Smash. The other one is in Miami at the end of the month, and that actually spans over 2 weekends. So that is what we were kind of talking about today. So the event in Palm Springs is definitely doable for me. They want it at the end of this week, and they're only anticipating anywhere from like 5 to 10 painted bottles, which is totally doable for me at this point, because this mascara job will be finished and then I'll be like at the very, very tail end of work before maternity leave happens. So I think I can do that pretty easily. The one in March, however, at the end of March in Miami, they actually offered to fly me out there to do the influencer events, and it's going to be over 4 days. So March 22nd, 23rd, and then 29 and 30. So for those, because that's literally 1 to 2 weeks prior to my due date, not a good idea to fly out there and potentially have to give birth in Florida, which is not in the birth plan / preferences, and my husband would kill me if I took that job. So what we're gonna do instead is subcontract, and this was actually a client preference. They wanted me to actually hire out the calligrapher / artist, just because I have the experience and we've got the connection with the company already. So they did want me to do a subcontracting case, especially because they want to work with me again in the future when I'm back from maternity leave. And they were actually really, really understanding about it. He was like, actually, yeah, that would be totally okay. Like, I understand your personal, what's going on personally. And it actually ends up saving the company money over the long run, because now you don't have to pay for travel and hotel and food and things like that. So it ended up working out nicely. He was very understanding. It was amazing. Loved it. So very grateful that everyone's just super understanding about like maternity leave and postpartum and stuff like that. So far, so good. I haven't had any negative experiences at all. And it was one of those things that I was kind of scared of sharing in the beginning, but it's been a pretty pleasant experience so far. Other than that, today I have to finish engraving 36 of these and shipping it out. So that's kind of what I'm going to be doing over the next couple of hours. And I guess we can talk about like some recent things, changes and things, and how I'm like preparing for maternity leave. So right now it is week 35 and 3 days, I think it is. So getting very close to full gestational age, planning on doing maternity leave starting on Saturday, which makes it 36 weeks. I think the main struggle right now with pregnancy is just, the usual pregnancy pains, especially in third trimester. So last week it got to a point where I was having Braxton Hicks every 5 minutes. And like for me as a first time mom, I was kind of like not really sure if I was doing it right, or like, like, am I actually having contractions, or is it just like, it's just, I couldn't tell what it was. And I was just like, it's just getting like it feels like the uterus is like getting tighter and getting more uncomfortable and things, but it wasn't painful. My OB doctor did say if I have more than 7 of those in an hour, I have to go to labor and delivery. So that's what we did last week. They did all the checkups and everything, and it was normal. Everything was fine. There was nothing to be worried about. Baby was doing great. So they ended up sending us home, and I just spent the rest of the day and the following day just doing nothing, just like focusing on eating and hydrating and, easy walks and things like that, just to not stress out my body too much. And because of that, I felt like, at first I thought going on maternity leave at 36 weeks was too early, and that maybe I was just being an over dramatic first time mom. But I think with all the Braxton Hicks, I think that's a good idea to kind of just like chill out and really prepare and like try to, just enjoy the independence and the quiet before baby boy comes. So yeah, the next thing is like the nesting hormones. The nesting hormone is no joke. That issue is real. And it's like, it feels very urgent, like over the past couple of weeks, it's just been like trying to make sure the house is running and operating well and everything's clean and ready for baby. So we did have our nursery done several weeks ago, thanks to Abby from Hello Abby Designs. She really helped us a lot with making sure everything was good, and the decor is gorgeous. When we were designing the nursery, we didn't know if it was a boy or a girl, so we tried to go as gender neutral as possible. So we opted more for like a sage/forest green, which is like, in case you can't tell, I love green, and my company colors are green. So I just love green. It's so serene. So we wanted to do more of like a sage, forest green, white, and wood vibe. So that's kind of what we aimed for. Abby helped us choose the most perfect wallpaper that has the jackalope on it, which, if you're in LA, there's a bar called Bar Jackalope, which is a speakeasy within a speakeasy. And my husband and I had a membership there for a little while, for like 2 years during the pandemic. And that's where he said, I love you for the first time. And so for me, that's always been like a special memory. So now we have a jackalope on our wallpaper for the nursery. So it's super cute. And then I also hand painted and watercolored some SpaceX art for the baby, of course. And because my husband is an aerospace engineer and has worked on multiple projects with that company. So I just wanted to kind of add that kind of like childlike art to the nursery, which I think turned out really cute, and it complements the colors of the nursery super well. So I think the one thing that was missing that was kind of giving me anxiety was clothes, because we didn't know the gender for so long. So we avoided buying any clothes for the baby, and we literally just had this like beautiful dresser that was empty. So one of our friends ended up giving all of their newborn clothes to us, and I got to set that up this weekend. So I feel really, really good about that. And then from there, I also finished packing the hospital bag. Next week, or this weekend, we're installing the car seats into the car. If baby ends up coming early, we'll just throw it in the trunk and have someone at the hospital help us figure it out. We're getting close. And I'm super excited. I don't feel as nervous as I was months ago. And I actually feel peaceful going into this last part of pregnancy. I think there was a lot of anxiety that I was kind of, going through mentally just throughout all of pregnancy. And I think this is the first time period where I've started to feel peaceful about it and just like feeling ready to welcome this new member of our family that we've been wanting for so long. So we also purchased some courses to help us prepare for the birthing process, just because we're over preparers, very type A, in case you guys can't tell, I purchased a course that one of my UK students recommended, and it's literally 60 euros for the birth prep and the postpartum stuff that like talks about like sleep safety and breastfeeding and all that good stuff that's like super important. So it's really helped us mentally prepare. So I'll definitely link that in the description below as well. And it's just been amazing. But yeah, I guess in regards to maternity leave, I'm just gonna like get all this word vomit out now, and then I'll like put in clips of me engraving because I don't want to talk and engrave at the same time and potentially mess something up and run out of product. In regards to maternity leave, I am planning on taking maternity leave on Saturday, which is 36 weeks, especially with all the Braxton Hicks. I just feel like baby boy might come early. And I'd really like to nest properly and just make sure the house is good and ready for us to welcome baby boy, and really just to enjoy the last few moments of independence and, being with just me and my husband until this new form of life comes in. We're really excited, but we're also super nervous and just really enjoying the last few weeks of peace and quote unquote sleep. Because I still have insomnia, and it's not been super comfortable like sleeping at night either. So, but yeah, with that, I am planning on taking 4 weeks prior to the due date, so 36 weeks. And baby is moving. He's getting really excited because he can hear my voice while I'm talking to you guys. And it's actually kind of funny because it was moving a lot yesterday during Dune 2, and it was always during like the loud parts, right? Because it like probably woke him up or something. So every time there was like a fight scene or something exciting, like the baby would wake up and start like kicking and moving. So it was really like a 4D experience where I was like super immersed in the movie, and I was feeling it all everywhere, from the inside, outside, visually, musically, everything. So, but yeah, after the baby comes, I am planning on taking at least 12 weeks off to, really just enjoy the newborn phase and get into a good routine as a family of 3. And then after that, just slowly integrating myself into the coaching business back very slowly. Because we have such an amazing team with the Craft Academy, I am not worried at all about the support and the growth of the community. Everyone has been doing such an amazing job. We've been preparing for this moment for many, many months now. So the team is well trained. We've got content already preloaded into YouTube and planned out for the next like 12-ish weeks or so. So I'm pretty confident that things are going to go really well still, even without me being present on an everyday basis. But with that being said, we do our weekly coaching calls on Tuesdays and Wednesdays for 2 hours at least each day. And then there's little things that happen in there. So there's like the community support group, there's catching up on social media, creating content and mailing lists and things like that. So just little admin things that I do have to do on the back end, and including payroll. So with that being said, I think we're just gonna start hiring a nanny about 2 days a week for them to come in, and just so that I can really focus in on my business, anywhere from like 4 to 8 hours per day for those 2 days. And then depending on the workflow and how much time is needed for me to be in there, we'll probably increase as necessary. I would say right now I do work at least 4 days a week, 8 to 10 hours a day sometimes, depending on, what's going on with Wandercrafter and then what's going on with the Craft Academy. So it does kind of vary each week. With that being said, 4 months off total sounds like a lot, especially for someone who, I think I only took 2 weeks off last year for the wedding. And the honeymoon. And then the year before that, I think I took maybe 2 or 3 weeks off at a time for like sabbatical, but I still was still in it, right? I was overseas in Switzerland, and I was still in Instagram, and I was still doing emails, and I was still like participating. So this is the first time I'm actually going to be able to really clock out and not touch the business or focus on the business for 4 months on end. In regards to like the Wandercrafter side of the business, the more creative side, I have been subcontracting calligraphers for many, many years now, starting in like 2021 when things just got super crazy for me and the business started to blow up, I definitely started hiring people consistently. And now I have several of them on my payroll, and those are the ones that I will continue to hire throughout this process. So if an opportunity comes in, I'm probably either going to subcontract them or just give them the contact entirely. And again, it depends on if I've worked with them before and if this is a client that prefers to work with me exclusively versus a newer client that I've never worked with before, and I would be okay with giving our students the opportunity here in LA. So, it really just depends. But yeah, I'm really excited. So I have a plan in place for all of that. So to close off today's video, wanted to send you a massive thank you for just supporting me during this time, supporting me throughout the years. If you've been here that long, thank you so much for giving me a voice on this platform and allowing me to help you discover your own dreams, to inspire you to start your own calligraphy business. And hopefully my experiences will help you transition into your own new phase, whatever that may be. Please feel free to send me a DM on Instagram or comment on this YouTube video if you have any other questions. I think the next time I'll see you is after baby boy is here and I'm starting to transition back into the business. But yeah, with that, thank you guys so much. We're very excited to welcome our newest family member. Feeling huge these days and ready to pop, but baby's not ready and cooked yet. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel and get on our mailing list if you haven't done so already. Sometimes I send out personal things, personal updates and things. So please feel free to comment on the video, sign up for the mailing list, or just send me a DM on Instagram because I love connecting with you guys. And with that, I will see you in a couple months. Bye!